All right, thank you, Camille, for meeting with me. I just went ahead and did an analysis of what you have with us, where you're sitting as far as your company and the type of advertising you have out there. So we're just going to take a peek here. The first thing I pulled up, is the Google Maps view of where you're at compared to your competitors. This may look familiar. It has you and your competitors here that are in the Duluth area. I'm sure that you can recognize here on the side some people that are competing with you for other dentists here in Duluth. And this just kind of shows, how many people are out there. Every single dot here is a competitor of yours where your customers may be looking for service. Now this is a Google snapshot of if I went dentist in Duluth, Minnesota. And it shows here, you see two different sides. This is where you'd come up organically. That's when your website will just come up. These are actually paid searches. That's how, Google, Yahoo, Bing, that's how they make their money. That's when you have some sort of Google AdWords program, search engine marketing. That's where you'll appear in these advertising sections, up on the top and then up on the side. So just so you can show the difference when you are looking for a Google search. And here's pulling, yourself up, and I just want you to see that you're down here where you have Mount Royal Dental. You'll see a couple of your competitors. You're not on the advertising section for this time, but that doesn't mean you won't be there. This is just a shot that I took, but sometimes you'll be there, sometimes you won't when you have marketing, and that's true for Yahoo and Bing or anything else like that. And so you see the maps, the organic, and the paid research. And when we're talking about optimization, we're actually partnered with Boostability, which is ranked #2 in the United States. They are a partner that does optimization for us and helps you get up there organically by using alt tags, descriptions, certain stuff like that that goes into your website, blogs about it, and helps you come up organically. And that's Boostability there that we're partnered with. Now I just took a snapshot of your website. This is just your home screen that you probably recognize. I like your website a lot. You have a very good one. Some key strengths, you are mobile optimized. One of the most important things that we have going on right now is to be mobile optimized, so that's good that you have that taken care of. You have great brand awareness, clean, concise pictures. Your branding ties in with what we have with your print ads, other advertisings we have out there like your DBA. Everything is really complete when we look at your website here, and it's a really good job. This is just a detailed website analysis that we went through, and you may remember that I did this for you last year, and I know you're a new business, so last year was a little on the low end. Mostly it was your domain name that was keeping you in the negative because it was only like 6 months old. You can see now you have a 50 out of 100. That's increased quite a bit. I know you may think 50 is not that great of a score, but you got to think of the area of Duluth. 50 is actually very strong. So your website has been improving and it has been being worked on, and you can see here the only thing really holding you back is still that domain age, and that will just go with time. Now the one thing I did want you to look about is your keywords here. I know you do optimization with a different company than us. You do your website with a different company, but these are the keywords you have going for. One is your name, Dr. Camille Zalen. Now that is an interesting keyword to have because, if someone's looking for you by your name, they're already chosen you. You want keywords such as cosmetic dentistry, just, sedation dentistry, stuff like that. So we may want to look at that in what you have going on with your optimization team. I can certainly help you out with that going forward. Here is a snapshot of your Facebook page. You're doing very well with Facebook. You have about 430 likes, which is great. It's a great start. You want to increase those likes by about 5% each month, drawing that in. One service that Dex does offer now is a complete what we call socialnomics package, where we do Facebook, Twitter, Bing, LinkedIn, just because it takes a lot of time to keep up with the Facebook, keep up with the Twitter, and you do want to be keeping up with that. So to have someone else kind of take all of that off your plate and take care of it for you really frees up some time for you as far as taking care of your clients and doing the things you need to do. However, your Facebook page that you have going on right now is great. Just kind of think of how much time are you spending on this, and could you utilize us to kind of handle that for you. But again, great Facebook page. Here is a picture of your Dex nose. We have, you can see right here, you're on top for right now. It has your reviews, so that's great too. And just going in here, and the main thing about this is just, it's almost like a Spark Notes kind of version of your website. It's really kind of a defined, synapse of what you have going on your website. So to make sure that the facts are correct, everything you have there is the way you want it, because the reports, which I think I emailed to you before I came in here, showed you're getting about 30 to 40 profile views per month. So it's really important that what you have on this profile is what you want people to see, because it does turn, prospective people who are just looking into your potential clients. Here's your print ad that you have with us. You have two of them. You have one under cosmetic dentistry and one under the main dentist heading. They're both great print ads. Great strengths here is your branding, your picture. This coincides with your website. You have bulleted points. Your website is viewable. I think we added that little Facebook logo in last year, which was a good, it's a good mix there. Some things that we could add are, hours of operation, possibly. Most insurances accepted. A lot of times, other print ads will say stuff like that. But overall, a really great print ad. Now, just going through what you have, I'd like to ask you a few questions about opportunities that you may see going in the future. So if I could just take some time, I brought some notes here, and I can just go through with you and ask, what do you see going through for the next year, what's kind of important, and where you want to move forward. So let's do that.
Thank you.
Hi, Camille. Thanks again for letting me come back. I went over the notes that we took as far as, what you're looking for this year, so I just wanted to recap that with you. I talked about what you were planning for this year and how you could probably take on an extra client a week, 3 to 4 per month. Also, you were talking about possibly expanding your search area to, the range and up that North Shore area, maybe Virginia and Evelyn, especially cosmetic dentistry, which is what you were looking for as far as a growth plan to really grow out that cosmetic and maybe search for more clients farther, 30 miles or so from your zip code. So if that was, what we're looking at for this year, just wanted to go through Dex as a company and why you can feel comfortable doing business with us. We are basically a powerhouse here now after we, went through some mergers and our partnerships that we have. We have over 200,000 digital clients that we service. So you can really feel comfortable with us as a whole, providing your solutions not only in print, but every digital aspect that you have going forward. If you just take a look at this, I kind of like this slide. In 2011, Google made over $40 billion, which is a lot of money. And if you think of those huge companies like State Farm, for example, they were spending over $43 million in Google AdWords for that year, which is, a lot. But if you think of Dex, we spend over $100 million in Google AdWords. So we really do have a high connection with them. We're spending a lot of money with them. And, we've done the research to make sure it's what works for you and on a personal, local level, even though we're a big company. So the solution I put together with you, you have your DGA package with us, which I think is, great. It's great trackable. But since you said you wanted more, 3 to 4 extra clients per month, I'm going to up your actions by 20 per month for this year. And how I'm going to do that, I think we should keep your print ads the same. I think your print ads are great, the size, location, they're getting in calls. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that DexNet 200 into a DexNet 750. That's where we're going to bring in those extra actions, and that's going to give you more Google AdWords, not just Google, but Bing and Yahoo, more search engine online there. So that's what we're going to do with your actions for DGA. Another thing too is if you can see how this is broken down, get found, get chosen, and then get talked about. So when I'm talking about your DGA that you have with us, that's about getting found. You're going to be on print, you're going to be online, that's you getting found. As far as getting chosen, you have your website, it's great, it's mobile optimized, but what we want to do is we want to throw some coupons onto your Dex Nose, which is also kind of how people would get you chosen. And then as far as your custom video, you have that DBA with us. What I'd like to do with that is continue the DBA, but as you were talking about going further on the range, I want to increase that zip code area. Instead of just 15 miles around the Duluth zip code, I want to spread it up the North Shore into the range, increasing where that DBA, that commercial that you have with us online is going to be. And when we do that, I don't want it to get diluted in content, so I'm going to change the impressions from 50,000 to 100,000 per month. So that way it will really cover that zip code area. We can kind of redo the pictures to focus more on cosmetic, because that's what you're looking for as far as increased clients from up on the range is the cosmetic dentistry. So we can kind of redo that DBA ad that we have, increase the impressions and increase the area. The last thing, get talked about part of the package. You know, I know you have your Facebook, but we'd like to kind of take that off your hands for you and take control of that. You know, help you increase your likes by that 5% per month. Get some Facebook ads on there for you, and also take care of the Twitter, the LinkedIn, the Google Plus, which you haven't done yet. So we're going to kind of make sure that that gets done, and that's where you can get talked about and continue with those reviews. So what I need from you today, you know, that investment's about $2,000 per month. It's about a $700 increase than what you're spending now with everything you get, you know, the extra clients and the more visibility, hopefully more of those cosmetic clients, and then the extra time you'll have too by us taking care of this for you. I just need a signature from you, and then we can get started on building that extra DBA and going forward from there.
I like it. Let's do it.
Thanks.